Hello, welcome to our classes. I am Dr. K.K. Mishra. This video tutorial is on international trade law, one of the specialization papers taught in MBA course of AKTU under the specialization international business. This is part third. This is the partial coverage of as per the syllabus. Questions on intellectual property right and other aspects fera fema, they have been covered in intellectual property rights and foreign trade of India given in the playlist of my YouTube channel R classes. So I welcome you all to my YouTube channel R classes. Question number one: which of the following institutions is not part of the World Bank community? A. IBRD, B. WTO, C. IDA, D. IFC. Here correct option is B. WTO. 2. At present, how many members are in the WTO? Correct option is B. 164. 3. Which of the following statements is not correct? The correct option is D. India's oat share in the IMF is 10%. This is not correct. 4. Which of the following is not objective of the WTO? Correct option is D. To improve the balance of payment situation of the member countries. 5. India has ratified the WTO Facilitation Agreement, becoming the 76th WTO member to accept the TFA. 6. Which country becomes the 161st member of the WTO, or that is World Trade Organization, on 26th April 2015? Yes. Here correct option is D. Seychelles. 7. Which of the following is the main objective behind the establishment of WTO? A. To settle disputes between nations. B. To widen the principle of free trade to sectors such as services and agriculture. C. To cover more areas than GATT. D. All. Correct option is D. All. 8. China became a member of WTO in 2001. Correct option is D. 9. 10th WTO Ministerial Conference was held in which city? Nairobi. Correct option is B. 10. What is WAND? Here correct option is A. Women's Action for Nuclear Disarmament. 11. Which two countries Japan occupied? A. China and Korea. B. Africa and Netherlands. C. Africa and Europe. D. None. Here correct option is A. China and Korea. 12. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade went into effect in 1948. Correct option is B. 13. When was GATT replaced with WTO? In 1995. Correct option is C. 14. WTO comes as the third economic pillar of the worldwide dimensions along with the World Bank and IMF. Correct option is A. 15. Which of the following is the headquarters of WTO? Correct option is C. Geneva. 16. Which countries' shrimp export to United States were blocked? Correct option is A. Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Pakistan. 17. Name the agreement which was signed by the United States, Canada, and Mexico towards removing trade barriers. Correct option is C. NAFTA. 18. GATT was originally signed by how many countries including the USA? Correct option is B. 23. 19. How many countries have joined WTO? Here, from among the options given, correct option is D. None. Otherwise, the membership has reached to 164. 20. India is set to pitch for a strong TFA in services at WTO. What does TFA stand for? Trade Facilitation Agreement. Correct option is A. 21. Cabinet has approved India's stand on what at the WTO? Correct option is A. Food security. 22. India is set to withdraw MFN status to which country? Correct option is A. Pakistan. 23. Which of the following is not the member of the WTO? Correct option is D. None of these. Rather, they are all the members of WTO. 24. Which of the following body is not related to WTO? Exchange Rate Management Body. Correct option is D. Otherwise, Dispute Settlement Body, Trade Policy Review Body, and Council of Trade in Goods. They are all the parts, organs of WTO structure. 25. Which of the following institution is associated with Dunkel Proposals? Here, correct option is C, World Trade Organization. 26. Which of the following statement is not true about the WTO? The correct option is D. The WTO was officially constituted on January 1st, 1991. Actually, it was constituted on January 1st, 1995. 27. Tariffs, trade-related aspects of the intellectual property rights agreement is administered by WTO, that is World Trade Organization. 28. Which of the following are called Bretton Woods twins? So they are IMF and IBRD. At the time of Bretton Woods Conference, the third body was about to come, that was ITO, International Trade Organization, but that was nipped in the bud and that could not come up, and hence only two bodies came up as IMF and IBRD. IBRD was World Bank, and this ITO actually was replaced by GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, and later on in the 8th round of GATT, this even GATT was replaced by WTO that came into being on January 1st, 1995. Now, question 29. Which of the following were the aims behind forming the World Trade Organization? So, all four, like 1. Promotion of free trade and resource flows across countries. 2. Protection of intellectual property rights. 3. Balance of trade among member nations. 4. Promotion of trade between the former East Bloc countries and the Western world. So, correct option is A here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 30. The most favored nation MFN clause under the WTO regime is based on the principle of non-discrimination of countries between nations. 31. Which of the following statements is not true? The correct option is D. The WTO has been able to cover in its agreements the direct taxation policies of member nations. This is not true. So this was all about this particular video tutorial. Most of the questions are repeated here from the previous video tutorial, but these are important ones. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel R Classes and press the bell button and pass on to others those who are needy now and in the future. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.